apparently also when I was born, I came out not breathing, which freaked everybody out. I don't know how that happens, but
It happens.
Wait, what'd you say?
when I was born, I came out not breathing at the same time too. So I don't know how that happened.
Was it an emergency?
I think so.
My mom, so I did not like hugs. It took me 18, 20 years to get used to people hugging me or hugging people. And my mom was like, "Oh, it was because you were down the birth canal for too long. You just squeezed down there. So you just don't, that's just why you don't like being hugged."
On my mom's drug use as a child and the fact that I was a breech birth, tangled up in the cord from my neuroses. It's an easy way to explain it away.
That's pretty traumatic.
That is pretty traumatic.
Well,
What?
I don't remember it, so.
It doesn't matter. You have any idea how you were raised your first year?
Me?
Yeah. Did your mom stay at home with you? Were you breastfed
My mom stayed at home the whole time. I wasn't breastfed, though.
at all? Probably not. Okay.
Did you say why not?
Well, I was saying probably not because I thought you said premature, but then I
was 1
it?
month premature, and I came out feet first, and my mom had to have a C-section.
Okay.
And the umbilical cord was wrapped around my neck.
Right.
That was an issue.
So you probably. I wonder if you were in the NICU when you were born.
I don't think so.
Okay.
My brother was, because my brother was 3 months premature, and he had a brain hemorrhage. That's why he's disabled.
Yeah.
He was
God.
he was in the NICU for at least 2 months, and he came home and he had to have a heart monitor on and a breathing monitor, and that shit would go off all the time. I remember hearing that monitor go off all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And my parents I'm talking about myself again.
Got 2 blankies up in here. Food and
One of them
blankets.
is real. Guys, I just came across this revelation. I'm actually the real Janelle. Janelle is actually Anthony.
How revelatory.
You did this. You did this yesterday, but it was somebody else. You were the real something yesterday. Just don't remember who.
I did this to my friend today, and I just kind of reversed everything he said on me, and it pissed him off after a while. So I just stopped. And I got to brag about myself the whole time while speaking in the third person about saying that he was actually Anthony and why he should be happy he was. Because Anthony's a pretty cool guy.
You are a pretty cool guy.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, you're welcome.
So what did you say in response to the nudes?
Oh, I said, oh, thanks.
That's what I say. That's what I say when people say I love you. I stop myself sometimes from saying thank you.
What are you supposed to say to that?
I know. I'm like,
and it was so unexpected and uncalled for.
I appreciate your love.
I was like, oh yeah, thanks.
I mean, you can just be like, "Oh, you're hot."
What are we talking about? Oh, the response.
Yeah, I
You
don't know.
really,
It
you
doesn't
really
really matter.
You said okay, thanks.
I said, I said, oh, and then I said, okay, thanks.
Oh my God! She just sent you her naked body pictures, and you say okay, thanks. She's
What am
gonna
I
be like,
supposed to say?
That's kind of presumptuous to be sending nudes to someone.
I mean, yeah, it's a little.
I think that
If he really wasn't expecting it, it's just like,
like
I
well,
totally wasn't.
thanks.
I mean,
What am I supposed to do with these?
dude, and it's weird. She was like all proper and stuff on the date, and like, I was like, what the fuck?
listen, there's a lot of pressure on women. Okay, they do things that they wouldn't normally do because they feel like, and just I don't know, or maybe she just wants to fuck you. I don't know, but did she say anything after that?
I haven't checked my phone.
Oh, you haven't? You really haven't?
I really haven't.
You haven't checked your phone since she sent you nudes.
Yeah. I just kind of turned it off and waited for my parents' response. Because I was just kind of hoping that it didn't, like, get put on Amazon Photos. So,
You don't have Snapchat?
yeah, I do, but it was over text, and I don't understand why. And I can't screenshot it.
Tricky.
I mean, your parents can't really be mad at you for that.
No, they get, like, they're like, overly controlling.
Yeah, but it's like, it really wasn't your fault at all.
Yeah.
You didn't ask for them.
Yeah.
They'll find a way to make it my fault.
Yeah, probably.
They always do. They like make me like feel bad if my brother doesn't have friends. I'm like,
Yeah, I would have just emailed them to myself and then deleted them for sure.
that's basically what I did.
Yeah.
Do your parents have your email passwords too?
No.
I think he's worried about them being uploaded to the cloud and them seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not though, so I kind of got that
Oh,
though.
you can set your phone not to do that. Do you have an iPhone?
Yeah.
You can set it not to do that.
Okay.
Just turn off iCloud completely.
It's Amazon Photos.
Is that an app?
Yeah.
Well, delete it.
I can't.
He would get in trouble by his parents. Probably.
Your parents necessitate.
You guys want to know how protective my parents are? They put
Camaraderie.
they put an outside lock on my door. They didn't take it off till last year.
That's like borderline like. What's the word?
Why would they? What have you?
They've like imprisoned you.
Hang on. Are you a sleepwalker, Anthony?
I mean, I had sleep issues, but I never was sleepwalking
Okay. What was the reason why they put the lock on the door?
because my dad is chill, but my mom is overprotective and crazy.
Don't you have a
Okay.
one?
Dude, want to
So-
know the first time I ever went on a bike ride with a girl? I was like 14, and my mom ran outside and asked me if I was okay riding the big bike.
She said this in front of the girl.
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh.
That's too bad.
See, my mom was always like, "You gonna get a girlfriend?"
Hey, mine was like that too.
My dad was like, "So, you got with any chicks or what?" And my grandfather was the same way, and I had to fucking lie. Well, no, I didn't. I mean, I had, but like, I didn't like it, and then I'd break up with them. But
Yeah.
I didn't do It was very uncomfortable childhood.
My mom was like, "When are you gonna be cool, Steve? Like, what's your problem?"
Yeah.
Like,
No, my parents basically set me up for like all like I don't know. Like when they forced me to get like great grades and like be amazing and everything. And I remember by like 8th grade, I was just done trying, and I was like, all right, fuck this. And then I had a 2.7 GPA first 2 years high school.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, it's because you didn't do your homework, right? It's not because you didn't
Yeah.
have tests, right?
Yeah. I mean, all my friends, they knew me as like the smart kid through like all of elementary school. They're like, oh yeah, Anthony, he's the smart one. He's the one in all the gifted programs. He's the one that gets the great grades. He's the try hard. And then
You were the one that had so much potential but didn't use it.
yeah, well that was me freshman year and sophomore year of high school.
That was me beginning in 10th grade. I wasn't using my potential anymore
Yeah.
because I refused to do homework. It was busy work.
Then my teacher was like, oh, he dumbs himself down for other students.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I don't.
I had a great English teacher in high school, and she was like one of those teachers that like help one of those teachers that like helps like mold who you are or whatever. And she instilled in me
Okay.
a love of writing, and she actually told me that she graded me more, I guess, harder than she graded other students.
That's good,
One time-
I suppose.
One time, I was like her pet, and one time she called me out in class, and she's like, she was handing out papers, and she came to my paper. She's like, Josh, I know you know how to use the semicolon. You're not impressing me. And I was like, okay.
Just, for me, that was my history teacher, all like the first 3 years. I mean, I kind of just hit on her the whole time. I've probably told you that before, but
Oh, this
I don't know.
teacher wasn't.
She was great. She was great.
Now, my French teacher, I think, had a crush on me because I didn't ever try in French because I wanted to take German, and they didn't offer German at my school. And I got like D's every semester, every quarter. And she would always come to me at the end of the quarter. She'd be like, "This is what you earned. This is what I'm giving you. Don't tell anyone." And I was like, sweet. So I got like B's, even though I was getting D's in French.
Okay, then.
I was grounded pretty much from 6th grade until I left my parents' house.
You were grounded?
Yes.
Like, because they just constantly found reasons to ground you?
Bad grades, I backtalk or something, or do something, and get grounded really easily. So it's really hard to keep a stable group of friends. And I had to give my parents all my passwords to my email, to my AIM accounts, all that stuff.
You made fake ones.
Like, no, because I tried to, and then my dad found out about it, and then he grounded me for that. And
That's how my dad found out I was gay. I left my MySpace page up. No, my friend threw my MySpace page up, and it showed my orientation. He's like, "This isn't you. These people you're hanging out with, they're having a bad influence on you." I'm like, "No, Dad. I'm really gay."
Were your other siblings as easily grounded? She?
no. I don't think
Yeah,
so.
well, that's
Was it
pretty
like,
relatable.
like the pretty one? They were like, some boy is gonna.
No. No, I didn't. I got awkward in like middle school and didn't come out of it until like junior or senior year in high school.
Why were they like singling you out then?
I don't know. I think just because I probably got worse grades than everyone else, I suppose.
Yeah, I got
Like,
the opposite.
Did you kind of have that like thing about you, or like this one's just like can tell they're gonna be trouble?
I think it's probably because of the way I started to dress too. My parents thought I was doing drugs before I even tried smoking like weed or anything. I think they just already assumed that I was going to take that route or something. I don't know.
Really?
Because you were like alternative or something.
Because what?
Were you like alternative or something?
Yeah, but not even that bad. I just wore t-shirts and like the studded belts and like eyeliner and skater shoes.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
she was a rebel.
And that's really weird that parents do that. Like they try to stifle any like sense of self that you have.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's the weirdest thing.
My sister was like the rebel to end all rebels. Like she could not be controlled. Like if they tried to control her, she would fight them. She would throw things at them. She would fight them, or she would run away and not come back and
That's
go
crazy.
live with her boyfriend or one of her friends. She did not take shit from anybody.
I was scared of my dad. He was just
I was
scary.
I was most scared of my sister growing up. She was always like the perfect child, and she kind of controlled me in everything I did, as much as my mom did.
I mean, mine terrorized me a little bit until I got bigger than her.
I'm the oldest, so I didn't have to deal with that. But I made great grades, awesome grades in elementary school, so I didn't get any appreciation for that. I just got hit hard whenever I got like a C or something.
Yeah, I was kind of the same way. Like, I just got noticed when something wrong happened.
Yeah. Otherwise, I was
Like,
pretty much
yeah.
there.
Yeah, exactly. Except I was a middle child, though, so I also had that going on.
You're a middle child speaking?
Yeah, straight up.
Same.
I always kind of felt singled out by my siblings because I was always the little guy. Like my little brother was actually never really there, but I was just kind of the little guy. I would like try to do things with them, and they'd just kind of single me out.
I hated my siblings until like I reached the age that my parents were when they had us, because they gave them so much attention because my brother was disabled and my sister had learning disabilities, and I was just like fucking there, making straight A's and not getting any attention. So I spent most of my time with my grandmother when I was young. She appreciated me, and I'm happy about that because we have a special relationship.
That's good. My parents would often punish me for things that like I would do and my sister would do too, but she wouldn't get punished. Like I flipped out in my car one time and I called my mom a dirty bitch, and my mom went and ran up to my dad and told her. And I remember my dad like shoved me up against the wall and like fucking threw my alarm clock on the ground like out of anger. It was like the only time I've ever seen him get angry. And then I went up to my mom after. I was like, if that was Nicolette, you would have never done that. You would have never went and told him.
I got in trouble for being irresponsible. Like one time, like basically for destroying all the vehicles my parents bought me. Whenever I would get a cigarette burn like on one of the seats, I would get in big trouble. And then one time I was riding home and I had a flat tire and I pulled over into this Catholic church's parking lot, which hadn't been finished yet, and it was all gravel. And I, being fucking stupid, lacking common sense, thought I could jack my car up on gravel, which wasn't working. And so I was like, oh well, I'll deal with this later. I'll get the spare tire out while I'm waiting. So, and there were no lights anywhere. It was like pitch black. And so like I got the spare tire out and it bounced and it fucking rolled off into the darkness and I could not find it. And so I was only like a mile away from my house, but I drove a mile home on my rip. And I could see sparks like flying up on the side, and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be in so much trouble. But like, I did get in a lot of trouble, actually.
Oh God. My friend has abusive parents, sort of. Not awfully abusive, but they're pretty like emotionally abusive, and I've seen them hit him and stuff. But he's 17 like me, and I remember I felt so scared for him. When he crashed my car into the tree and into the other car, and I remember he got out of the car and he started crying. He started throwing shit, and I was like, okay, calm down. And I was freaking out, and then his mom came, and then she just started like yelling at me and tried to hit me, tried to hit him, and I didn't want to let him go home. I felt so bad because it was totally an accident.
My mom wasn't. My dad was emotionally abusive to the whole family, but he never like. I don't know, nothing like that. I mean, he would get
Nothing like
I got in a fight. I got in a physical fight with my dad, but that wasn't until I was like 24, and yeah, he never like pushed me around or anything like that. He threatened to, but he never did.
yeah. My dad never did that. My parents were pretty good growing up, but this kid, I feel awful for him. It's like, and he's like the nicest kid too. I've never had problems with him. He treats me with respect all the time.
Usually, children that have emotionally abusive parents tend to be the kindest people because they want to be the opposite of what their parents are. But there's a paradox in that. In many people who are abused as children become abusers as parents, and I cannot understand that for the life of me. My father was emotionally abused as a child, and he treated us just like he was treated, like ×2 or ×3. And I can't imagine someone wanting to treat their own children the way that they were treated if they were treated poorly. And that's one reason I have two reasons for wanting a son. A, for vain reasons, to see what my offspring would look like, and I dress him up like me and put little glasses on him like me, and all that. And or B, to treat him the way I would have wanted to be treated when I was a child.
I can see that for sure. My dad was abused horribly as a kid, like horribly. He told me about how like his dad would make him go when my dad was like 12, his dad would wake him up like and make him go outside and like in the middle of the night in pajamas in the winter, and he would have to try to find ways to break into the car to like sleep. And there were other times when like they would make him go collect cigarette butts. And no matter how many cigarette butts he collected, and no matter how many times, how fast he got back, he always got his ass whooped because they were always unsatisfied.
My grandparents, my paternal grandparents, they would wake their kids up in the middle of the night when they were arguing and make them choose sides. There were like alliances. It was like the fucking show Survivor. They'd make alliances, and those alliances are still alive today.
What do you mean make them choose sides?
Between the mother and the father, who they love the most.
Oh.
They would literally line them up. Wake them up.
That's...
Yeah.
Whoa. I always cry when I hear that story about my dad. Like, I always feel awful.
That's why I always forgive my dad every time he hurts me, because I understand the reason behind the way he acts. But I always end up getting hurt over and over again. But I always forgive. Can't forget, though. Unfortunately.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Unless I get like hardcore ECT.
Oh, you got one of those things?
Yeah.
Those things are great.
The Vicks ones don't have the drug in it anymore. They just have menthol and camphor. The off-brand ones you can buy at Walgreens and at CVS, they still have the levomethamphetamine in them, which is the stimulant that makes your nasal cavity expand or whatever.
I know what you mean.
They're very addictive.
I should probably get to bed. It's like 12 o'clock, and I have to go to the gym tomorrow morning.
Yeah, good night.
See you, Steven. See you, Josh.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
Well, damn.